to introduce yourself.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes. Welcome, guys, to Behind the Scenes Late Night Grind, where I interview some of your favorite competitors. I'm Regina Perez Fitness, IFBB Fit Model Pro, and head coach. Hey, girl, head coach and posing coach with Beauty and Beast Mode. Tonight, I have with me my amazing guest, and I am going to have her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Verushqa Andrade. I'm an IFBB Bikini Pro, and I'm a posing coach, prep coach, and also a med student.
Okay, girl.
And
Yes.
and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we met at Girl Power. That was such an amazing show. Have you done
Oh
that show
yeah.
before?
No, that was my first time.
I want to go
It
back.
was amazing. Me too. Me too.
I
Shannon Dave.
love it. Like,
Yeah, she made a great no, like overall like the whole experience, the show day itself,
yes,
check-in.
check-ins,
Yeah, that's
calling
where
our
we
name
met.
up. I was like, okay, I feel like Regina Perez, come get your stuff, and then you go down a little line
Yeah.
and get all, I love that. I
Yeah,
love
it was
that.
great. Yeah. I'm sure it was like awesome for you, like your pro debut experience and that was a good
Yes.
one.
And I got
Yeah.
to meet you there, and that's why we're
Yeah,
here today.
I
She was so
know.
sweet,
It's
y'all.
so
Like,
great.
I said, "Can you get a picture of me?" Because I went and I had my friend with me, but he wasn't there, and I was like, "Can you help me?" And you were so kind, and I appreciate
Aw.
you for that,
Yeah,
girl.
of course. That's what I love like about these shows is like you get to meet such like great people who end up being really good friends. Oh, it's my
Yes.
cat.
Hi.
She always likes being in the camera every time.
And
Um,
so let's get into you and how you discovered the bodybuilding community. Tell us all the tea, girl.
yeah, so basically so I started in 2022, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know anything about this side of the world, like this community.
Yeah.
I didn't know this like much about it. But while this was actually while I was in when I started my like master's in that same med school I'm in. I
Nice.
moved here to Ohio and everything um and I was into weightlifting. I did love training and that's what I think um really like got me started.
Yeah. Did
But
somebody come up to you and say, "Hey, I
yeah,
see you competing"?
exactly. Exactly. So that's how it happened. Cause like I got those questions a lot. And I was like, no, cause I just love training.
That's
That was
same
the
thing for
thing.
me. It's just like my passion, so I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like exactly, it was like my passion. I just enjoyed it. And and so finally, like with the amount of times people would ask me, I was like, okay, let me see what this world is
Let's see
about.
what's up.
Yeah. And at that point in my life, there was like a lot of things that were going on in my life that was like really hard, like ups and downs. And I just needed something to like focus on. It's
Yeah.
different. Um, so I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. And so I was looking up just on Google shows, local shows near my area. And one of the shows that popped up is North Coast, which is
Okay.
actually like coming up 3 weeks out. And it's a show that's promoted by Dean Caputo, who's actually my boss, because I trainer and coach at his gym in
Okay.
Streetsboro, Powerhouse Gym. And it's such a like full circle now moment. But like when I went, I first like when I saw the North Coast poster, I was like, oh, this is perfect timeline, everything. But then I didn't know anything. I was like, I need a posing coach.
Yeah.
I had like no idea what was going on. And so I found like Dean's email on the thing and then I emailed him and he's like, yeah, come on down. Cause I was asking about posing coaches and stuff. And then I came there and he introduced me to Cece, who now it's like full circle. She and I coach together, like we're
Nice.
partners in
On
coaching.
his team, or like y'all have your own separate team?
It's like it's our team, but it's under the gym.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like called Jadu, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it's such a full circle moment because they saw me from like the beginning and they're like my family here now.
Oh, I love that.
Because I'm like my family's back in California and Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I like in Ohio, they're like my family because I don't have other family here.
Your fitness family, that's what it is
Yeah,
when you start
exactly.
competing. It's like you understand the struggle, you understand what it takes to get on stage. So yeah, you bond
Yeah,
through that.
exactly. So from there on, I like that was 2022. I tried my first show
How did you
and
pick
then
bikini? Like how did y'all decide which one, or did you say this is what I want to do?
yeah, I actually didn't know what I was gonna do. Like when my first coach asked me, I was like, I don't know. Like I was looking up all the divisions. I was like, I don't know, like figure. Like I didn't know what the difference was, and um, it was yeah, it was so funny because back then I was like a lot smaller too. I was like, there's no way I could do figure then, you know.
Yeah.
But I basically when I spoke with my coach, I was like, I don't know. What do you think between like these figure or
Right. Because
bikini?
back then it was just bikini figure. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I didn't.
wellness had popped up then, or maybe it had
Yeah,
just
I think
started.
it was just starting. Yeah. So she said, definitely let's start with bikini first.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a good call because I'm definitely meant for bikini. Uh,
Yeah, you
like,
look great, girl. I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
thank you. Yeah, I mean, you too. You looked amazing. And like, sometimes, like, you kind of know which division you'll mold best in.
Yeah.
I do like maybe in the future, like there could be potential to grow into a different division, but I don't know. There's something about bikini I just love. I love the posing.
Oh yeah.
I, and then also like, I think my body structure is really good for it versus like maybe some of the other divisions.
Yeah.
Um, so just kind of like from then on, I just kind of stuck with bikini. I didn't try any other divisions.
Yeah.
And then did my first show. Took time off because I definitely needed to grow. And I came back and I actually turned pro within that like within a year. So like I turned pro in Universe
Okay,
in
wait. You want too fast, you want too fast. Okay, so
20. Sorry.
walk us through it. So you started in bikini, then you took a
Yeah.
break. How long was your break?
So it was like a 3 month off season. It wasn't
Okay.
long.
Yeah, you need it.
Um,
After competing, you gotta like reset for a second,
yeah,
then get back into it. And then
exactly.
you do it. So for your first show, did you qualify for nationals, or did you have to do okay? And then
Yeah,
after you did your national show
yeah,
in first.
yeah, I qualified for nationals and um I basic from North Coast and then I basically like it was clear though I was like very small. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even have any off season before my first show. I would just like went straight to prep. So I like like I didn't have time to just even grow or anything. And that was my first time really giving my body like that first off season
Right.
after my first show. It was the first time giving my body like I think enough protein because I think before bodybuilding, I love to train and all that, but I was still on the skinnier side.
Yeah,
And I
bikini
think
has definitely evolved in
yeah.
adding, like you said, adding that muscle, having that good off season for when you step on stage for that pro debut. So
Oh yeah. And like I think yeah, it's definitely evolved over even just when I was starting
yeah,
well, even now like the density, the level of density is just like crazy. It's increased and I mean I'm seeing it a little bit figure or not figure fit model actually like
yeah,
it's like quite impressive. Like I mean I'm seeing it evolve a little bit as well like with the fit model even
yeah.
um but with bikini I basically just
You
um
took a break, then went to Universe.
yeah, so I took like 3 months and that was my first time really putting my body, I think, in a state of surplus.
Yeah, I'm
and
always
my
hesitant
body.
about that. I'm like, oh, how is it going to work? Is it not going to work? So
Yeah,
you have
it's
to
such a
really
mind
trust.
game.
Yes, trust your
Yeah,
coach and trust the
exactly.
process.
It is very hard. Like I think it's mentally harder than um dieting. Like
Yeah,
in a
because you can eat,
surplus
but it's
and
just
grow.
like
Yeah.
coming down from that. That's
Yeah, like especially transitioning from that and then intentionally having to gain weight and then feel uncomfortable.
mm-hmm.
But and like it's easy to feel like you're tempted to not be in that surplus,
Right.
because you're
Yep.
like, no, I want to go in a mini cut or whatever. But like trusting the process, trusting your coach is huge.
Yeah.
Having a coach you trust is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it showed like that 3 months of me just intentionally really just I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to turn off my mind, not think, and just let my coach decide and just
Yeah.
gain the weight, in a controlled manner, like it
Right.
was
Right.
like with clean foods and things. And it showed that it works because I grew quite a bit. I think because my body responded fast, was my first time in a surplus,
Yeah.
and then that was my season into universe where I turned pro.
Okay.
So
That
I'd
was
only
22 or 23.
23.
23. Oh, you turned
Yeah.
pro quick. That's
Yeah. It was
good.
it was crazy because I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
I went into universe like no expectations. I actually that prep was like seems like every prep something happens, like some and then
Oh,
you
I know
grow
the feeling.
yeah.
Yes.
And you grow stronger overall because through the prep,
Oh, yeah.
getting through it. And so in universe there was a lot of different things happening. Like me, I was in a not the greatest relationship, um
Girl,
and I
I'll be
was starting
dropping
to
them. I'm
get
like, I need to focus. So don't
yeah.
mess my
Yeah,
don't mess my
exactly.
focus.
That's kind of where I'm at now too. Like even right now, like I think I can't get into something
And the
until I know
stress
it's good.
levels, like
Yeah, exactly, because it's
you
not
gotta
worth
make me
the.
super happy, like,
Yeah, I
all
know.
the
Like
things.
exactly, because with the right person, it can be great, but
Yeah,
then with the
yeah,
wrong person, it can destroy everything. So it's like you wanna. I'm almost like, okay, I'm just gonna not take the risk until I know it's the right person,
right, for sure. Yeah.
But um, during that time, is I had that. I got into a car accident as
Oh
well.
no.
It was quite crazy. Like I couldn't walk for like 2 weeks straight, and then it
Oh
was
my goodness.
starting to get slightly better, and I was able to do like few movements. And but I was I was like about I think 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks out from universe then,
Yeah.
and I was still like, no, I'm determined to do this. This is the
Yeah.
one
Oh
thing
my
in my
goodness.
yeah, like amongst all the other things going on in life, that was like the one thing I could control. So
Right.
I was like, no, I'm doing this, and I'm so glad I did it. But I
Yeah,
went,
you turned pro.
but I went in that show having zero expectations. I was like, I know I'm gonna be with some like amongst the best in the national level, and I'd be lucky to even just be, third call outs or whatever. I had like zero expectations. I was just going and seeing where I lie
Yeah.
there. Still giving my best and everything, prepping to win, but
Having
not
any
giving any
expectations.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was amazing because when they put me in center, they didn't move me,
So did
they
you
just kept me there.
understand what that, because you were kind of new, did you understand like when you were in the middle, like you were the one that's going to get your pro card?
Yeah, at
Okay.
that point, and I was freaking out. Like in my head, I was like, "Is this real?" Like it didn't hit. I was like, "Are you sure?" I thought they were like making a mistake or something. Like I was like, "Are you sure?" Because I just in my head too, because I felt like I don't know, maybe I wasn't the biggest, and like
Yeah.
and so I was kind of surprised, but it that shows it's not just about like size, and it's about shape, presentation,
Hmm.
everything.
Yeah.
And when I was, yeah, they didn't move me, and I looked back at the scorecard, it was unanimous. So like
Yeah.
that
Nice.
was cool. So like every judge had me at first, and
Nice.
that was such a cool feeling to see, because sometimes we get in our head, even now. So like we get that, like imposter syndrome, like, oh, do we actually deserve to be like
I know
belong here?
some people do experience that, and I feel like for me, I'm always like on that next level, like what's next, what's next, what's next,
Yeah,
because
I
we
know.
work
Yeah.
so hard, and
Yeah.
when we do get first place, I'm like, okay, I'll put in the work for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even getting off
Exactly.
stage, did people come up to you and like congratulations, congratulations, or like because they did that
In
for me at my
universe.
show, yeah, and I was like, well, what it'll be real once I actually get the pro card, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And like, yeah, I know what you mean. And that's a great mentality to have. Like, what's next, what's next. And like, that's what keeps us going. Like, that's the great thing about the sport, because there's always something to improve. Even,
Something.
yeah, even Miss Olympia
Oh
always
yeah.
has something next in her head to improve on. So like, I love that about the sport, because I love like that drive to improve, because then
Mhm.
it's like easily you get bored, like if there's nothing like to improve
Need
on.
that
So
challenge. Yeah.
yeah. So I that's one of the things I do love about the sport. It pushes you in discipline and pushes you to your limits, and always you're able to work on the next thing, the
Oh yeah.
next goal.
And for
Um
you having an injury, not being able to walk for 2 weeks and pushing through and getting your pro card, I would have been crying on stage. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did cry. Like I had tears in like my eyes when they
Yeah.
announced my name. Because it was in my head, it was that victory was not just victory with the pro car, it was like victory over everything
Yeah.
I overcame
Yeah.
that time. So it was an emotional moment for me. And I still like think back at those times, and it's like one of my favorite memories that
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it
yeah.
still feels surreal, like this really happened. Like I'm a pro
Yeah,
now.
it is kind of like sometimes I think back to things, I'm like, wow, like I'm actually like living a dream
Yeah.
that I had, now I'm
Yep.
living it. Like I'm actually a pro, and I'm like it's an honor to be able to
Yep.
coach girls now. Like I used to be in that other end,
Yep.
and
You
now
know
I'm
what
able
it's
to,
like.
yeah, and like now I'm able to like almost mentor girls,
For sure.
and whether and coach, posing, everything. And like it's crazy, like seeing where I first started, and I don't know, like the old me, like the younger bodybuilding me, would be in awe now, So I sometimes have to remind myself of that, when we're either just down, or like, if there are hard times, and
Yeah.
or just like reminding ourselves of these
Where you
things, and
come
like,
from and how far you
yeah,
came.
and being
I definitely
grateful.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
practicing gratitude. And yeah, it's cool, like we're living
People
a
want to
life,
be where
yeah,
we're
that a
at,
lot of,
that
yeah,
IFBB pro,
a
and
lot of people dream of this.
yes, and
um
chase it for a long time. And
yeah,
for us, we were able to achieve that very quick. And like you said, constantly looking back, this is where how far I've come, and appreciating
yeah,
that. And yes, I'm always looking towards like what's next,
yeah.
but being thankful and grateful for the experiences that we had. And so for you coming out of that show, going pro, what was your first, like your pro debut show? Do you remember?
Yeah, I actually do. It was Pittsburgh Pro, actually.
Oh, nice. That's
So
coming up in like 2 weeks, girl. That's going to
yeah,
be
yeah, it's coming
lit.
up.
So many people. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Pro. It was like, um it's such a big show, and I was like, my first pro show, and I'm doing Pittsburgh Pro. But it
Yeah.
was a good thing. It was a good experience. It got my name out there.
Yeah.
I was able to be seen by, all the head judges
Yeah.
that judge the Olympia, and like I got to go to the NPC photo gym, talk with JM,
Nice.
and it and then just get exposure and things. And it's actually like Pittsburgh's close to us, it's like an hour
Yeah.
drive. So it all made sense. It was a good pro debut.
Hmm.
There was a lot of learning for sure. That
That's
pro
how I felt
debut.
at my show.
Yeah, yeah.
lots,
It was
lots of learning.
yeah. What show did you
So
when you
Girl
first?
Power was my pro debut for
Yeah,
Fit Model and learned a lot, like you said, for coming into it, just trying to see what's what and being in front of judges and getting their
yeah,
feedback for the next show. And so like it's good to get the feedback. For those of you competing, get the feedback so
yeah.
you know what to work on for the next show because you don't want to
Oh
make the same
yeah.
mistake at the next show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then like the next show, if it's the same judges, they'll notice that you worked on the feedback.
That's
Um,
good.
yeah. And that's the great thing about it's just really showing up and getting feedback each time and improving, getting closer to that undeniable physique.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, Pittsburgh, yeah, my first pro season was all about feedback. It was getting as much feedback as I can. I did not, Pittsburgh, I did not show my best in terms of conditioning. Like
Mhm.
my peaking went off a little bit, and it was a learning experience. There was like things that I didn't fully agree with my first coach, so we
Yeah.
parted ways. Um, and then I went on with my current coach, James,
Yeah.
and it's been great with him.
Nice.
And still, though, with him, it is still learning. Like he's learning my body. He knows my body. I think
Because
he's
every
got a
peak
better
is
idea.
different. It's not the
Exactly.
same because you're
Oh
constantly
yeah.
evolving from each
Exactly.
show. So having that mock peak week before, if you can do that too, to kind of go
Oh yeah.
into that next show is super important. I
Yeah.
know one of the things a lot of people are like, how does life change after you become a pro? Do you feel like your life shifted a little bit once you became a pro?
Um. It did in some ways, and in some ways not. Like,
Hmm.
um, in a lot of ways, it shifted in terms of like my business, in my, like coaching business, all
Yeah.
that, like things like really like that title and
Oh
like my
yeah.
name coming out there and being known, things like that in terms of business did shift, which was great.
Yes.
But aside from that, like, um I my mentality, like me as a person, stayed the same. Like that's the thing
Yeah.
that stayed the same.
Oh,
Like
that's good.
and like when you're like for me as an amateur and pro, I had the same mentality, but my goals shifted. Like
Yeah.
amateur, the goal was to turn pro, but then when you turn pro, it's just like your goals are getting bigger and
Oh yeah.
shifted. But my mentality and me as a person has stayed the same, which
Yeah.
I'm grateful for. Like I've evolved in a lot of ways, but I've also stayed authentically
To
me, which
yourself, and
is
that's
and humble.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people get
Um,
like
in
they
their
kind of
head or like
yeah, and then
yeah,
it's like you know.
exactly. But yeah, so but when I did turn pro, I think it did open up doors a lot,
Mhm.
like with either even just like potential sponsorships, things
Yeah.
like that. And it opened up doors with even connections with people.
Oh
So
yeah.
like more connections with the bodybuilding community, which was great.
Yeah.
Um so overall all the changes that's happened's been good. So
Good, good,
um
good.
yeah.
And
Um
becoming a pro. like you said, the changes, the business, the growth, but staying true to yourself is so
Yeah,
important in, the noise that comes with it. People
exactly.
being an IFBB pro is such, I'm grateful to be one and represent the organization and
Yeah.
constantly keeping a positive name to it, if that makes sense. And so staying true to yourself through that process while you become a pro. And so one of the
Yeah.
things, like we kind of touched on it a little bit, but with new competitors, what is something you feel like they need to know?
So, there's like so much I could keep going on about, like,
Well,
cause like we,
we'll do one because there is a lot.
yeah, cause like, like for us, we've learned so much through this. So for new competitors, I would say, like, aside from making sure you stay true to yourself through the whole
Mhm.
process, um, one thing I would say is you're going to learn a lot about yourself through this because you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. You're going to be pushed to your absolute limits sometimes in prep, and you're going to see like your true discipline, and through that you sometimes have to just trust the process because sometimes it does get really hard,
Oh
and you
yeah.
have to turn off your brain almost and just trust your coach and trust the process, and just continue to be disciplined and consistent. And not everything happens in one prep.
Right.
Sometimes it happens in multiple preps. You grow, you learn, mentally and physically, you're growing, um, and be patient through it all,
Oh yeah.
and stick to your support system. Your support system's key, because there will be bodybuilding with people who don't understand it. It can be hard.
Oh yeah.
So having the people who support it and support you is also going to be key through your first prep.
I
So
love that.
yeah.
That's very true. My family is my number one support. Maybe
Aw.
like, let me just get through this prep. They be like, how many weeks you got left?
Aw, that's so
I don't
nice.
think I'm that bad, but apparently I am. I don't know. So yeah, support system is super
Aw.
important when you're going through
Yeah.
prep. And
That's so
so,
nice.
yes, I love that
Yeah,
support.
it's makes a huge difference, especially when your family is so supportive. My family has also been supportive. I think initially they were like, like nervous, like, and it's also like I think
It's
cultural
new.
thing and like
Yeah.
things, and they just didn't know like with health and stuff because they just saw me get super skinny my first prep. My mom was like freaking out, she's like,
Yeah.
but now they
And then you
understand
win and
it.
they're like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
get
They actually got to
it.
see me. They went to Universe, so they got to see me win the
Oh
pro
my
card.
goodness.
They
That's so
didn't really know.
awesome.
Yeah, like they didn't really know what it meant, like what the
Yeah.
pro card meant, but now they have a more better idea. And I
Nice.
think my mom's like in the mentality of like um whatever, like as long as it makes you happy and she sees this makes me really happy and she's happy.
Yeah.
And that's that I told her recently actually, like that means the world to me, that you said that and support
Yeah.
me.
Seeing her baby girl, I think you're a baby girl. I don't know if you have siblings, but seeing you
Oh
happy,
yeah,
every
I'm
parent
the
wants
only
to see
child.
their kid. Okay. They want
Yeah.
to see their kid happy. And so that makes them happy. So I'm glad that they were there to support you at Universe. That's a good feeling to share that moment with them.
Yeah.
And then with you, do you have any upcoming shows or what's the plan for you?
So we're still kind of like debating. We
Yeah.
have some potential shows planned. Not anytime soon. Well, like pretty soon, but not like in the next week or two.
Right. I like
But
Pittsburgh Pro be like, girl, I didn't know you was
oh
gonna be
yeah,
here.
no, yeah. But I will be there at Pittsburgh Pro because I
Okay.
actually have a pro client competing
Oh,
in that show. So, and like some posing clients, so I'll be there.
okay.
And it's like, and I do like typically go to that show because it's so close and it's a great
Yeah.
show.
I was
But
debating it. I'm like, everybody gonna be there. It's gonna be like a
oh,
big
you should
party.
go. If you're there, let me know. We
Yes,
should hang out more.
definitely.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
But and so like I think we're looking at potentially like because there are a couple options.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to decide which ones exactly, but about 3-ish weeks out, and we might do some back to backs. So
Okay.
like there's like different ones like Optimum, there's a Legion, I think, and like
Mhm.
yeah, I was like looking at the schedule and
Yeah.
seeing, but that like timeline, the 3 to 4 5 week out timeline, I'm
Okay.
taking these weeks break and up until then, and I'll do that some of those shows.
Okay.
um yeah, what about you?
For me, like I said, the first show was absolutely a great experience, and now it's
Yeah.
just getting the feedback back to the drawing board. I got a couple shows I would love to go to the O. I'm going to the O, so I have to make
Yes, you are.
sure
You have to
that
manifest.
I
Yeah,
am.
you're manifesting, you know?
Yes, and
That's
I put
key.
in all the hard work.
Yeah.
And for you, I definitely keep me posted so I can share and
Yeah.
like shout you out. I love supporting competitors
Oh,
for their shows, and I definitely want to say I appreciate you coming on here to share your story with us. I learned
thank you.
so much, and like, girl, like you getting into an accident, then going to universe, becoming pro, like this is just so amazing, and you are
Oh,
truly a beauty in beast mode. And so I'm glad you were
oh,
able
you
to,
too.
to
And
share your story with
yeah,
us.
of course. And one of the things I'll say about that, like, I love sharing that story of universe because I like to remind people, like, no matter what you're going through, I hope it encourages them to keep going, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
through things, and you'll be proud of yourself in the end. So,
for sure.
yeah. But yeah, you keep me up to date too on your season and
Oh,
everything.
I
And
will.
I really hope we get to be in a show together again. That was fun.
Yes.
We'll have
Look,
to
as soon as
hang
I
more.
get it, I'm gonna text you and be like, I'm doing this one. Are you doing this one?
Yeah, yeah. I'll message you when I'm like, when I confirm like which exact shows and stuff. So then we'll
Yeah.
coordinate and see.
Perfect. Look, I'll be backstage taking all your photos, making sure you're good. Your coach will be like, who is
Yeah.
this girl? But
No, yeah, that would be so fun. I would love to do that.
well, I
Um,
appreciate you joining us tonight, and we will stay in touch. For those of you who came on, thank you so much. We'll be here every Monday interviewing your favorite competitors, and you all have an amazing night.
thank you.
Thank you, girl.
Of course. See ya.